Once again, thank you and welcome. Apologies, we have a few people waiting in the virtual waiting room, so we're starting again. So thank you for everybody for being here today at the Leeds Museum and to help us celebrate the International Day of Disabled People. Now unfortunately, COVID has hit us once again, and due to new government legislation and guidelines, unfortunately we can't have the mass gathering that we'd like to have hosted today. So demonstrating some of our resilience, we're going to still provide this event today, but we're going to attempt to be able to do this all virtually. So one or two notes to be able to read out before I introduce our first guest, or the first of two of our guests. So Forum Central, Leeds City Council and the Leeds for All Working Group would like to welcome you to this fully inclusive market stall event today, and the theme of this year is being Leeds for All, Recovery from COVID-19. We have arranged for the start of the event with a quiet hour from 10 while 11 this morning, with the official opening from 11 o'clock onwards. Change people are outspoken with running a workshop. This is an LGBT inclusive project with people who are autistic or have a learning disability. I would like to now, therefore, welcome both Councillor Ritchie and Geoff Turnbull, just slightly out of shot at the moment, to be able to start the market stall event today with the official opening at 11 today, where we have the Lord Mayor of Leeds. As I was doing, Councillor Ritchie is the Disability Champion and Lead Member for Leeds Disability Hub, reflecting on equality and inclusion and how we want to work together to be able to deliver and how this fits into our vision of being the best city within the UK. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Councillor Ritchie. Councillor Ritchie.
Thank you, Adam, and good morning, everybody. It's great to be here to join the celebration for International Day of Disabled People. And like Adam, I too am sorry that we can't be here in person, remembering 2 years ago what a fantastic event we had here, this fantastic setting, City Museum. But it's understandable why we can't meet here all together, so thank you to the Leeds for All steering group who quickly moved and adapted it to a Zoom virtual meeting. I know they put a lot of hard work in to put this event on, so as I say again, thank you to those. Thank you too to the funders of this event, the councillors from cross-party who contributed their mice money, the Stronger, Safer Communities team, third sector parties, and of course the City Museum for hosting us today. And this is a culmination of a week of events that steering group has worked hard to put together. COVID has made it a tough 2 years for everyone in our city, but it's disproportionately affected disabled people by removing resources, reducing access to health services, and it's had a much bigger negative impact on mental health and well-being, for example. The city's response has been amazing, and that's been in partnership with the third sector and others, as well as the council. And we really need to build on this with disabled people's leadership and engagement to deliver long-term solutions. We want to be a disability-inclusive city in Leeds. For that, the social model needs to be embraced. The social model shows how disability is made by society. People are disabled by barriers we create, physical, organisational and attitudinal. We can change and get rid of those barriers by the way we plan and organise society so it does not exclude disabled people. And that's why partnerships with disabled people, such as our council's Access Use Ability Group, are so important. The AUAG, as it's known, is an important partner, offering challenge and advice based on the lived experience during the planning and development process. There have been numerous successes thanks to the input of this group. Things like the Cllr Street development, where we have a segregated cycle lane, where before the original plans there wasn't going to be one. We've got the removal of the shared space on Greek Street so that it's safe and level access for all. And even with developments within the private sector where we delivered a changing places toilet in the John Lewis development, which again wasn't on the original plans. And I think it's something that to be proud of in Leeds, that I think that they have the highest number of changing places toilet facilities in the country, certainly within the core cities. During that process of consultation, we acknowledge we haven't always got this right, and there's always more to do to deliver real equality, and we are fully committed to that. So I want to finish by thanking all the frontline staff that have worked so hard throughout the pandemic, be it council, third sector, NHS, or the scientists who worked hard to produce the vaccine to keep us safe. So I just wish you all a great day, enjoy the activities on Zoom, and hopefully next year we can meet in person here at the City Museum. Thank you very much.
So, thank you, Councillor Ritchie. I would like to introduce and ask Mr. Geoff Turnbull to say a few words. Geoff is the Council's Senior Policy and Performance Officer. So please, Geoff, please do join us.
My name is Geoff Turnbull. I work for Safe and Stronger Communities team at Leeds City Council. I've worked on the equality agenda in the council for about 15 years now, and one of the roles that I undertake is as Disability Engagement Officer. As part of that work, one of the main areas that I support is the Council's Disability Hub. And if you're not familiar with the Disability Hub, it is one of a range of hubs that we have across the different equality protected characteristics under the Equality Act 2010. Our Disability Hub has been in operation for over 10 years now. We have a fantastic group of people who come together at least 4 times a year, and they meet with council services, they meet with other public bodies, they meet with third sector organisations and the private sector to talk through disability equality, projects, policies and other areas that these organisations are working on to ensure that disabled voices are heard in the planning and in the delivery of a really wide range of projects. For example, the council at the moment is working on its housing strategy, renewing that, and colleagues from the Disability Hub will be giving their views to colleagues in housing on how they can ensure that disabled people are fully represented in that conversation, and also that their voices are heard. So I mentioned that the Disability Hub was one of a range of equality hubs. We're really keen on intersectional working in our equality hubs. They all come together under an umbrella called the Equality Assembly. We recognise that people don't live their lives in little boxes or in silos, and so we work closely with the other hubs who work on our culturally diverse agenda, who work on our women's and girls agenda, who work with faith communities, who work with the LGBT community, older people and younger people. And we recognise that disabled people are everywhere and are right across our city geographically, but also part of every single community in the city. And it's really important that we look at disability in the widest possible way. You may have seen that the government recently launched its National Disability Strategy. We're still working our way through that as a disability hub, looking at what the government is saying its priorities are, and we really want to understand what difference that's going to make for disabled people here in Leeds, and what we can do as a disability hub, as a council, with all our partners to ensure that the aims and the ambitions of that disability strategy are actually met.